It's weird wearing a full face helmet for the first time in ages. The cheek pads tend to be pressing my cheeks in quite a bit, and I'm almost biting the inside of them. Helmet's really light though. You can't feel it at all compared to the Schubert. Oh, I haven't checked that the vent was open. It's open. It works well. I can feel the cold air rushing over the top of my head. It's incredible how light it feels when it's on. When you're actually holding them, you can feel a little bit of weight difference, but until you're actually wearing them, you don't realise how much. Right, I'm doing 50 miles an hour. The wind's definitely smoother over the helmet, even though I've got the camera on. That was really funny actually, putting the camera onto the helmet. It's almost, well, it feels like it's double the weight of it. You can actually feel the thing drop to one side. I'm not sure I'm going to keep the camera on this helmet though, because this is only really for track days, and you're not allowed a helmet cam on track days. If I had my choice though, I'd probably have these cheek pads taken back about ½ an inch. And also the fastening system, I'd probably choose to have the ratchet fastening system, even though it may not be recommended for track days. Just all that fiddly double D-ring that I used to do years ago. Again, I'm just used to a simpler fastening system. The build quality of it's beautiful though. It's in the box when I got the spare dark visor. There's an under chin piece as well to reduce any wind buffeting. And you also get the pinlock visor with it as well, which is the anti-fog insert. And a really thick owner's manual. I fed the microphone through the side of the chin piece, or cheek piece again. So it's just sticking out exactly where it does on my Schubert. So it'll be interesting to see what the wind buffeting's like now. It's definitely smoother on this helmet though. The visor locking system's clever. It's actually at the front with a full lock on it. I'm used to them being at the side of the visor, but this does actually lock in place as well with a clip. It's very comfortable though. Very comfortable. When I fit people at the shop for helmets, they try them on and they say, oh no, they're too tight, but they're actually the right size. It's just that they're that used to wearing old helmets that don't fit right anymore. Putting a new helmet on actually feels too tight when it's not. And that's how I'm feeling now. It just feels like it's a little bit too tight, but it's not hurting me in any way. It's just putting a lot of pressure around my head generally, which means it's supporting me. Got to get used to that visor. Or maybe not when I'm on the track, if that's all I'm using the helmet for. I was going to wear my balaclava this morning with it, because I always wear the balaclava even in summer and winter. But the helmet's that firm on me, or that tight, I thought the balaclava would take up too much and make it too tight. I'll tell you what though, I noticed the cold. That balaclava doesn't half do a good job. I noticed the absence of a flip down inner visor as well. The visor I've got on the outside is tinted, but having that flip down inner visor was quite handy because it's like a halfway between the visor up and the visor down. Okay, let's get up to 60 and try the wind. Okay, I'm doing 60 now. Feeling quite a bit of buffeting from the screen, but it's definitely smoother over this helmet than it is on my Schubert. Too cool to indicate. It's a very expensive helmet, and I think you're looking at around £300 for something like this. I think it being a full face as well whilst I'm riding is just psychological, because I can't flip, or I don't flip the helmet up while I'm riding anyway. But it's just that weird feeling of knowing that when I stop I can just flip the helmet up on my other one, where a full face it just feels a little bit claustrophobic to me. So I think a trade-off for riding on the road, I think I'd rather have the little bit of extra weight and wind buffeting of the flip front helmet. At the moment, the chances are if I just ride with it for a couple of weeks, I'll just get used to it anyway. But I do need to sort out those cheek pads. I feel like a squirrel.